I've easily wasted 3 or 4 years of my life in jobs that I've hated. Maybe it's the same for you, where you're unfulfilled, you sat behind a desk, wondering how you got there. And it's the same for 70 to 85% of the world's population. Complete frustration, more anxiety, more depression, more heart attacks happening on a Sunday night and a Monday morning of people going to jobs that they hate. Again, we know more about fictional characters on Netflix than we do ourselves. And that's the key step to finding your purpose, is you have to understand who you are to be able to make whatever it is that you want to happen come true. So in this video, what we're interested in is the solution. So how can you find your purpose? And we're going to cover 3 key steps and take you on a short journey today of A, B, C, as I say, which are going to help you do just that, which is find your purpose. So many of you probably know the story of Colonel Sanders. So the KFC guy who spent literally years drifting through life from different odd jobs, from working on a farm to stores, until he reached that point of success in his 60s and 70s with KFC. So the point I'm raising here is many of us drift through life, but the second point is it's never too late to change. So what's the solution? You have to understand who you are. So it's about looking inside and thinking, this is what's important to me. You match it up to a career path, and that's the first step to finding your purpose. So what I want you to do is look at all the list of words that are in the description field right now. There are thousands of them, and select 4. Write them on a piece of paper, the ones that stand out, the ones that are most emotional to you, and that's where we can begin. I was reading about J.K. Rowling the other day, and again, you'll probably know the story of 7 years to write Harry Potter, 11 rejections. But the reason why she continues and perseveres is because she loves what she's doing. She loves the creativity, the entertainment, the fiction. That's her belief about what work should be. Again, I was speaking to a nurse recently, and her belief, her story about what work should be is that something different every single day. Working in a fast-paced environment and leaving people in a better position than she found them. That's her belief. But more importantly, what's yours? All a belief is your story of what work should be. So again, if you think about your 4 words, just about putting the detail now, what's going to excite? The more emotional, the better. So to give you an example of this, if some of you chose animal care, then maybe some of you want to work in a vet. Some of you may want to work abroad in like Kenya in a safari park. For others, it might be conservation, that's your story. And maybe for others, it's about photography, maybe underwater or working on a documentary series. Again, everybody's different, but you have to understand what your story is. And the only person who creates that story is you. So the next step is the exercise, which is now just taking those 4 words and adding the detail. What is your story about what work should be? As much detail as you possibly can. You've got to make it emotional, exciting, because again, you won't do it. So again, this is a lower level of detail of how to find your purpose. I was in the supermarket the other day, just completely aimless. Spent probably 15-20 minutes just looking at things before kind of thought, well, what do I actually want? That's the same for so many of us. We drift through life in different jobs and think, well, what is the actual outcome? Successful people have purpose, and it's about having what they want and when. So if you think about, say, Cristiano Ronaldo, even as a young kid, he set out to be the best footballer. Michael Phelps set out to win gold medals. It's the same with a salesperson. You have a target when you wake up each day. But the key question is what's yours? So again, let's take our example of animal care. So the outcome may be that you want to be a wildlife photographer by 2022. It might be that you want to be a veterinary nurse. It may be that you want to create your own documentary. Whatever the outcome is, you have your date, and then you're on your way. That's where you have the purpose. So all you have to do now is you've got a list of your 4 keywords. You understand what's important to you. Now it's about the target. It's what is it that I want? If all 3 things are aligned, if it's emotional, if you feel excited by what it is that you want, if you've got that energy and the adrenaline, and again, you can even score yourself on a scale of 1 to 10 in terms of excitement. The higher up the scale, the more excited you are. That's when you know you're on track to finding your purpose. And as ever, implement the steps. And I wish you all the best on your own journey.